Okay, morning guys. How we doing? Turbo Tim here. We are on Dartmoor. As you know, I love Dartmoor. So we're on the edge of Dartmoor. There is Dartmoor there. It's a lovely little pound field type system there. We're at Mary Tavy, walking up over the moor. Now we are actually heading towards the firing range, back towards the firing ranges, but I spotted this unusual building and I thought, it's an unusual building. And you're going to say, I can't see the building at the minute, but this is what I spotted. Telephone lines and a power cable. Then I thought, well, what's this all about then? Now there is a reservoir behind here, but do you actually need that many aerials and dishes on a reservoir? And a generator. Oh, at least they put some steps here for us. This looks like the reservoir overflow. Oh yeah. Oh yuck. There's GPS locator, 3 dishes. I think that's the those 2 are the police aerials, aren't they? We'll have a walk round. The water, yeah, looks a bit stagnant, but pretty sure I'm not hanging around the building for a deliberate reason, because just over that ridge over there is military firing ranges, and I'm not sure what those aerials are, because they might just be repeaters, but this is a weird, complete man-made structure. Let's walk on to the other end and film from there. Yeah, so the odd thing about this is this whole side here is the dam. The lay of the land is that way. And this, if we look, is the man-made bank. So this is completely, all of this here is completely man-made and not natural. Normally you'd put a reservoir in a valley, but this has all been built to contain water. High side there, and so if we look here, the land slopes down there. So this is all the dam. It's why it didn't look right on Google Maps. It's why I'm here, because it didn't look right. Something really weird about it. Anyway, it's not a very big dam and it's not very full. We'll walk around the other side, maybe set the drone up. It says on there, Adams Hydraulics, York. Do a bit of sheep worrying. A little bridge to cross. So this is the top end of the reservoir. Do we know what river goes into it? Let's have a look, see if we've got it on the maps. Wheal Jewell Reservoir, Wheal Jewell Reservoir. Does it tell me what river goes into it? No. Absolutely not. And it disappears at the other end. It goes underground. All right. So yeah, look, more ancient remains. Another sort of flood area by the looks of it. Our posty thing there was literally like a drain or something. You just put a wheel on the top and screw it up and empty this area. Don't know whether you can see that, guys, the road over there, that's the Mary Tavy road from Oakhampton to Mary Tavy. Between us here we've got a big horse stables, and they normally ride out over the hills there. Like I say, there are firing ranges over that side, Brentor Church is around about just round the corner of that hill there. We can't see that from here today. We are heading further on. Well, I'm heading further on. You guys are just going to finish the video at the end today. I'm off to do something else after I've finished here. But it was that building that's caught my eye. Certainly caught my eye on Google Maps, and I've been past it before, and I thought it was a old church. It from the road, it looks like an old church, but it's the aerials on it. You don't need that many aerials to be a reservoir control room. I mean, yeah, they're repeater aerials, but they do look like police repeaters. If there was repeaters as well, the little satellite dishes would be pointing this way as well, because there are, you know, big puddle. Down in Devon and Cornwall, we use this airband broadband system. So land-based dishes, farm to farm, and we just transmit our internet across those. But they're only pointing in one direction. That's a big receiver. Well, they're pointing in two. They're not pointing this way. So why, that being the highest point, why wouldn't you transmit down to the farms down there? Very strange. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Really oddly enough, I've had a warning come through on the drone software that this is a not a no-fly zone, but a warning zone. So just bring the drone back and fly the length of the reservoir, I think. Yeah, like I say, really, I mean, I understand why they put, whoa, interference on the signal. So I'll bring the drone back across there. So for some reason, that side of the building has given me radio interference. There's our bridge we crossed and our little river. Like I said, strangely, although the reservoir's got an obvious outlet, it goes underground. But that building does not like me today. Why am I getting so much interference? I'm gonna have to bring it down, guys. I've never seen that before on the drone. Just getting error messages after error message of radio interference. Yeah, so that was really odd. All the time, I say all the time, a lot of the time the drone was in the air, I was getting RC controller interference, which means something here is transmitting on the same frequency as the drone is, whether that's the Wi-Fi or whether that's the actual radio controlled frequency, which I don't actually know, but I would have thought 443. So maybe a little mesh-tastic or quite a large mesh-tastic unit here. But like I said, receiver there and then two transmitters there. GPS beacon on the end there. I think that's two police transmitters. I'm probably in big trouble for this, but anyway. Radio inputs there. Now we have these small dish things for our internet on the farms, and but why is there not one pointing over there? I mean, that's an ideal. See the farm there? That's an ideal candidate for Wild West Net or Airband, whatever they're calling it nowadays. Unless it comes straight out the valley there, but yeah. Anyway, and the reservoir's odd as well. Doesn't seem to be a lot of water flowing out of it, and yet there's a lot of water flowing in. So where does that go? New one. Screening house. EE. Everywhere. I didn't know that's what EE stood for. Everything Everywhere Limited. Radio transmitters. EE Limited and oh no. Hutchinson's 3G, which is 3 as we know it. Alright, so internally, I must have a good signal on my phone. No, my phone's broke. What have we got? 5G, we got full 5G, absolutely full. Perhaps I ought to sit here and upload my videos. Be ideal place, wouldn't it? 5G connection. Wonder how long that'll take to upload a video. Let's have, did I record something last night? Let's try that. Photos. Yeah, 1 minute 30 video I recorded last night. Let's upload that. So yeah, 1 minute 30 video there. Select that. Set it to private. No, private. Upload. How fast is that going? Well, let's walk back to the car because I could stand up here all day, couldn't I, really? This must be our top of our underground tunnel. Right, that's our little building this morning. That's our little adventure. It's probably nothing more than a police repeater and mobile phone mast, but anyway, got a couple of things coming up in next few weeks, guys. We have got the longest day coming up, which means I shall be filming on the shortest night. If I can do a live stream, I will do, but it's going to be overnight, so none of you guys are going to see it because you'll all be tucked up in bed. Yeah, so something's going to happen for the shortest night of the year. Now, I could be wrong on the shortest nights because basically there are 2 shortest nights, so, but don't worry about that. We've got a Top Gear challenge, so we'll do that. What else? Just going to be local next weekend. Got things to do locally, so just be a Clovelly run next weekend. A bit of a walk around there, make sure the pub's still serving some beer and some chips. And then later on, July time, I've got a trip up to Swindon or to Shrivenham where I used to live, so I'll give Wiltshire Man a wave on the way past. So yeah, just as a bit of a footnote to that, I did actually, can you see me? Did actually get some serious interference on the drone, and there was one little point where I thought I might have to just land the thing and go and walk to it, because all I had was like warning messages, and I've never seen those ones before. These were RC interference messages. Now, I was always within line of sight. I always fly like that. It's drone rules. So there shouldn't have been any reason other than what that transmitter station was transmitting. So I was already in a restricted zone, I know that. Before I took off, I had to confirm that I knew I was in a restricted zone. That's nothing unusual for Dartmoor. There are military zones around here, and it'll either let you fly or it just point blank refuse. There's sort of 3 stages, so you can take off, get to 2 or 3 meters, and it says you're in a restricted zone, do you want to continue? And you just click the box yes and confirm. That then says okay, continue. Second stage, you need to get a code to continue, so we will email you a code, which I didn't get this time. So I've had that before, and they'll email you a code. You have to put the code into your drone software, and then it lets you continue. By then, of course, your battery's gone flat. And there's a third stage, which is really good, because where I am at Appledore and Instow, there is if you've seen my video with the boats, with the drone flying around the boats, there is a pier that sticks out, and it will not let you fly over that at all. It just, point blank, the drone just stops dead. No matter what you do with the controls, you can only back up. But yeah, that was interesting. That, yeah, a warning and then interference on the RC controller. Interesting, guys. Catch you next time. Oh yeah, we've got an adventure in my little car. Adventure coming up in my little car. In the Turbo Tim's World car. Yeah, it is taxed and insured. Don't bother doing that. It is MOT'd.